political, socio-economic landscape and say,
Help. Help me, please.
okay, this week is help. So here we go. And we just here to, see what's going on, how it happens, and talk about it with y'all and amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So what's up? Here we go. We got a lot of topics this week. We got obviously what happened in Texas. We got that which is a carryover from which we still already suffering from Buffalo. We got a whole bunch of things that we want to talk about. We're gonna start off with that. Let's just get the real somber, you know, heavy stuff out the way first, right?
Yeah.
Um, bro, I couldn't. You got babies, I got babies. So just imagining that happening and how it happened and all the stuff to even really break down from now till then is still, I mean, me as a parent, it's still even hard for me to process. And I don't want to jump out the window and snap, but yeah, it hurt. That shit hurt.
Yeah, this shit is fucked up, man. It's super crazy, and I just don't understand, like, you know what I mean, like how this shit keeps happening, how it keeps, being the same incident over and over again, and then we find out how much we failing these kids and failing these people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's a lot to take. It's a lot of information. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot to really just like process, even because the reality of it is there's nothing we can really even do to understand the depths of how wrong this shit is and how it keeps
Right,
happening. But we
right.
just gotta look at it from the perspective of, like you said, we parents, we both got babies, um, and we we the empathy that we it takes to put yourself in these people's shoes is what makes it so crazy, because this could be your kid. These are in neighborhoods like we live in, or
And
like
you was
people.
just living in Texas. You actually just
Yeah,
moved to Georgia from Texas not too
right,
long ago.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
and not to make it a blanket thing. It's just about like obviously, everybody knows, life happens how it happens. We don't know when a plane could fall on my house, right?
mhm,
Whatever, like anything can happen. However, when things like this happen, where there's a clear path of how and why it happened, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's like we could kind of and not every instance is preventable, obviously. However, certain things you can see coming from a mile away, and a lot of people let things happen and then let them continue to happen.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I think that's the point that a lot of people is trying to make. Like, yo, nobody cares about you having your guns.
right.
Nobody cares about that. We care about what people do with the guns. And I'm not like a a gun advocate or a gun control advocate. It's just a matter of like, look, I understand. Like, if you give me a knife, I know I can do this with the knife, or I can do that with the knife. Some people don't really carry life like that, I don't think. And we try to impose these laws on people and explain things to people that they never learned in the first place.
Listen, man, I could go real deep into that, real deep, because part of it is our gun addiction, for one. And we got to think about it like the way fast food, a lot of us, a lot of people out in the community is like vegan, and they don't listen to certain stuff, or they don't do certain things. And you got to understand the way America views guns is the same way they view McDonald's. And you can't take that from
That's
anybody.
true.
You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying? So
Yeah.
so when the common sense comes in, when you talk about how um the Second Amendment, which everybody throws out there, that's not written for us. That was written at the time when the language in that applied to what existed at that time, which was
As
slave
a
owners.
human being, yes.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? With slave owners, when they say, organized militia. They talking about the Klan. So what they were doing was giving people the legal right to own arms to defend themselves against who? You know what I'm saying? So while we get to, you know, exploit some
people debate that when they talk about bear arms, it was only about like militia and arm military.
Yeah.
But no, like
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is that language is from then. So we always got to remember the intent of what was going on at that time versus what we interpret it as now. So we reinterpreted it totally different. I mean, it's just like the N-word. We took it from where they was talking about back then and flipped it to this. It's the same thing with the Second Amendment because it wasn't written with our freedom to bear arms in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just, the times just kind of went further than those people intended to. So now we get to exploit that right, and we need to. Like I'm like you. I'm not for or against certain measures of gun control, but at a certain point, like you said, we really got to be able to look at the situation and be like, bro, it's too many out in the street. It's too easy to get for people who shouldn't have them.
Actually, I think it's not the acquisition. It's not getting it. It's the types. It's the like you just gotta be more precise. It's like a gun. A gun is supposed to be a precision thing. You know, you got to use it for whatever it is. You're supposed to shoot it right and all that stuff. Whatever. So buying it should be a precision thing. How you get it and what you have for it should be precision. You shouldn't have 200, 500, 1,000 rounds.
Look. I mean,
all that.
Even to the point of it being like the kind of guns that motherfuckers think are necessary, right? Like you're telling me the kind of that you have to have an AR or whatever that could spray 40, 50, 60 motherfuckers at the same time. You gotta have that for self-defense when
for $16.
I mean feel me.
You already bought the gun. You already bought the gun for between $300 and $1,000.
Well, here's also
your bullets is cheap as hell. But
here's also where the access problem is. You could go to Walmart. This kid was 18. You know what I'm saying? This kid was 8. This kid waited to his 18th birthday, went to Walmart. Like it ain't shit. Like I lived in Texas, I live in Georgia. You can go to Walmart, get you a pack of cheese, quart of milk, a stick of butter, some shoes, a fresh t-shirt, and a fucking gun. And this kid, with whatever's going on with him, was able, because Texas realized they just passed those laws out there too, that like you don't have to have a license to carry, you don't gotta conceal carry. Like you can literally just go buy a gun once you're of legal age. And so the access also speaks to these kids who got these issues that ain't being checked and, you know, ain't being like, you know, like, dude, they monitor our phone calls. Don't think they don't. They monitor our internet traffic. Don't think they don't. So for them to not be able to pinpoint when a cat who is having these kind of conversations like this kid was having online, man, it's a little nuts. But I mean, even more so than that, we just stuck in this culture where this shit keeps happening, dude. And like nobody, I mean, you look at some of the other stuff, the reports from different, you know, we're not the only country that's had mass shootings. We're the only country that has as many, and the only one that hasn't done something that was like, yo, all right, we gotta dead this shit. Like certain places ban certain
honestly though, I don't think we designed that way. We're not designed.
We're not. That's the gun addiction.
We said, all right, well, everybody leave your guns in the house or
that's
stop.
The gun addiction.
We're not designed that way.
Nah. And everybody got this bad guy in their head that they think they need to walk around with fucking Marion Cobretti type armament and shit. You got something in the, you know what I'm saying? Like I was out at a diner one time and this old motherfucker with his even older father was in there with the 9 milli. And it's like, who's after you, my nigga? You going to breakfast on a Sunday. Why do you have, you know what I'm saying? Like the culture that breeds people thinking you need a
Well,
gun.
you know, when you talk about that demographic, they definitely on some cowboy shit. That's
Exactly.
cowboy shit. Because anybody, usually a dude, unless he in service or a cop or something, you know, even if we got a gun, we gonna keep it concealed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like who wants anybody to know you got a gun unless you're like, oh yeah, I'm good with this. I can use this and I will use this. Don't nobody wanna make anybody feel threatened. Period. You know what I'm saying? So with gun control, part of gun control is not just the regulations. Obviously, it's how people use the guns. You know what I'm saying? It's like how we carry them around, because like where we from, it's not easy to just be having a gun walking around all the time.
Right.
You know, it's not something
damn near possible.
Normal. You know,
and it's damn near possible, and it changes the energy and everything when
everything
come out.
And so it's like you can talk about gun control all you want. I lived somewhere where there was gun control. It was not only wasn't guns prevalent like that, just normal, but people controlled even when they had guns. So yes, there is a such thing as common sense. There's a such thing as people feeling a certain way about how they carry it. You know, regionally, how people come up around guns. You know, people come up being used to that sound.
Right.
I'm used to that bang. I mean,
when you talk about Texas, you're talking about people who are.
I'm talking about anywhere.
I'm just saying, but particularly Texas, where this happened, you're talking about somewhere where they putting guns in kids' hands at 9 and 10 as a rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? And it's legal and it's fine. They buy kids their own guns. So you know,
I'm not going to even condemn that, because, like, let's say a kid is learning archery.
Let's say my son to archery. He don't own a bow and arrow he could murder somebody with. He could do it. He knows how to do it. I took him to a place where he was able to learn, but he don't own a fucking carbon bow that he could take and fucking murk somebody on the street from 100 yards out, because the responsible side of it is, all right, I'm gonna give you this knowledge and this capability to have this skill, but I'm also not going to give you, as a person who can't make rational decisions as an adult, to, you know, have access to this shit full time, because you could get killed by a bow and arrow just like you get killed by a goddamn gun.
I was going to keep going. I was going to keep going with the analogy, because yes, I'm with you on that. Like, we don't automatically say, oh well, you know, you can aim and shoot and this is how it works. So I'm not going to give you a machine gun, an M16, an A&R, a bow and arrow right away. But like I said, like with people who learn to use, my whole point that I'm trying to make is that people who learn to use these weapons, that they do, whether it's a sword or whatever it is, if you start, you have a respect. You know, people who really, and this is what even fanatics try to convey, but they get it off wrong because obviously they have other shit. But yes, people who learn to use certain things have a certain respect for them
and a responsibility with them.
Yeah, but even a respect, like, you know, you don't just pull out your sword and play with it and just swing it around. You know, you got to respect what it is. You know, if whatever the weapon is, whatever your thing is, you have to keep your, you know, it's a certain way. So like I said, before I get off, my whole point is that most people that have these things have a certain respect. Now we talking about who's mentally unstable, who's mentally immature, and how is these situations happening with those people. That's what we, in my opinion, what we end up talking about.
But that's part of the problem, because when you bring that up to people who are like enthusiasts,
I don't give a fuck what they think.
I'm just saying, but that's the people who stopping it. That's the people who stopping it from being possible. Because soon as you say, "Hey, let's get these background checks in place, let's get this, you know, higher."
So that means we getting shot up on purpose. In my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, then.
That's the result of gun culture.
That's what we agree on.
Gun culture. You giving everybody access that shouldn't have it, And when motherfuckers who shouldn't have it show you why they shouldn't have it,
right?
Say la vie, you know what I mean? Like that's where we live, bro.
Say la vie. Yo, I'm with you. Like, yo, bro, you already know. Look, hold up. Let me check in over here real quick on the YouTube channel. Everybody, we trying to move everything.
I put a new link up.
The YouTube channel, No Country Show on YouTube.
I put a new link up. Pin it.
Getting here. I'm talking to Dave. People asking what's going on. Y'all should already know. Evil people can't be controlled. Yes. However, it's different when an evil person can't get a gun and they can't get a knife. You know, we're gonna work on that. That's what we're talking about in this point. But this is not even at all our main topic tonight. Obviously, like I said, we was talking about carrying on from Buffalo last week to, you know, Uvalde's this week, which is the saddest shit I heard in a minute. Like, damn, like
it won't stop.
So many babies, but so we wanted to get that, talk about that, put that out on the table, because that, whether we talk about anything else later tonight, that should be on the front of, that type of a situation should be on the front of everybody's mind. So we just wanted to go ahead and dump that. Yo, we got a couple of comments or anything happening over there on the YouTube joint.
I mean, we got a few people. We got three loyal constituents rocking with us right now. I'm trying to get these links out, but they trying to hate on me. We trying to get these numbers up though.
Yo, we gonna go in. Like I said, tonight we got something fun for y'all at the end of the night. We just got to get through the muck and the mire of this last week. Oh my goodness,
this shit is heavy, bro. Like, I mean, you know, I don't want to dwell on that thing too much, but like the things that keep coming out of there is heartbreaking, man. It just seems like something we could prevent, man. It seemed like something we could just do differently and not have be happening over and over again. But you know, from that tragedy on to something else a little more personal.
Yeah. We wanted to give that up, but we still got to go on to another sad thing before we get into the good stuff. We wanted to get the sad stuff out the way first.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, like we said, RIP to all this stuff that's not even finished in Uvalde's. We wish them all a blessed, you know, as fathers. We really feel that. And we're moving on right now to another rest in peace, which is to, and I said this very deliberately when I tweeted it and when I talk about it. I put the F word right where I put it for a reason. I said fucking Ray Liotta. I didn't say Ray fucking Liotta. I didn't say Ray Liotta. Fuck. I said R.I.P. fucking Ray Liotta. Bro, you put down so much stuff for us. You know what I'm saying? People who say that when people ask me, do I feel pigeonholed? Do I feel stereotyped? And I say, would you ask Ray Liotta that? I've said that at times. So
yeah.
R.I.P. fucking Ray Liotta.
Man, like that's a dude.
Don't tell me I'm not dope at what I do.
Like that's a dude. That's a dude.
In the Africa.
That's a dude that personified character actor. And
one of them, yeah.
People get lost in the cats that could do the chameleonic shit, but there's not a lot of those. But the average actor is more of a character actor than anything. Most cats, you gonna get
and literally average. When you say average, literally average.
Yeah.
If you can incorporate your actual persona into most of your characters in some way, that's valuable.
That's right in the middle.
That's valuable to the audience, and it's valuable to the people trying to sell you. So it's nothing wrong with people being able to see your character, your persona through
it's
your
a brand.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a brand, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Willis did the same thing. Stallone, some of the greatest movies.
Hudson Hawk would have never been made if Bruce Willis wasn't Bruce Willis. It would be no such thing as a Hudson Hawk. Period.
I mean, you know, character actors are the backbone of what Hollywood is, because everybody's not gonna lead every movie. Everybody's not going to be able to switch their entire persona in every role. There's got to be those people that are those, you know, dependable workforces that are going to come in when you need this archetype. You're gonna call him. Ray Liotta was that dude when you needed that dude with the intensity. When you needed that dude that kind of had that mob swag, but he might have had to been a cop, or he might have had to been even a family man in some of his roles. He was the guy, and like he was always a welcome presence, even in movies. Like he elevated shit that wasn't even, you know, like worth it. It's a movie that I get into it about with certain cast called Killing Me Softly. It was with Brad Pitt. And Ray Liotta got like one scene in it, and he's playing like the typical Ray Liotta scene.
Country channel.
But like the way, I didn't like the movie, right? But the way he bodied his scene was like, damn, like this is a dude that gives this shit so hard, even if it's a whack role. Even I saw him in something else that was like a rape.
And actually, it's funny because I don't mean to be funny when I relate these two things together. I don't mean to be funny, but it's a true thing. Like when you good at what it is that you do, you just do it, and that's what people, you know, that's what they pay you for. That's what they expect. If they fall in love with you, they don't. So you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not even going to bring that up. But I was thinking I'm gonna leave it alone. But Ray Liotta, let's just leave it. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Ray Liotta, R.I.P. We just wanted to,
all right.
We wanted to dump that off. All love. Oh, hold up. Wait. Where was he from?
You know where he's from. Motherfucking Brick City, nigga.
Yeah. No country. Holla at your boy, Ray Liotta, North New Jersey, all day. That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, yo, stop playing with us. Y'all gonna stop playing with us.
It's in the water.
Playing with us,
look, the lead in our water was different. It was pencil lead. That was what we.
You already know.
Yo, man, like. My mom lived upstairs from Joe Pesci in the projects, bro. Like
Joe Pesci, Frank Sinatra, bro.
Dionne Warwick, Melba
Moore. G's. Oh, I'm just talking about them old, them G ass little mafia dudes. That's all I'm talking about.
Yo, you know who the most?
But yeah, if we go to the legends.
Oh yeah.
You already know we about to smash it down.
It's not another.
Stop playing.
Dude from North. Like, who am I thinking of? It's got to be Ray Liotta or something. I know. I said Joe Pesci. I don't know. I don't remember.
Bro, so many. Bro, we gotta dedicate.
We gotta do a whole.
We're gonna dedicate a whole show to that one day. Just let niggas know. One day we gotta do a show where we just snap. Brick City, Jersey, snap on everybody. This is us. We gotta do that, but we're gonna get to that later. So to continue it, now we can get on to, you know, the more, you know, lighthearted, the more, you know, socially, you know, stuff we can talk about and just break down and, you know, kind of get the conversation going. We're gonna get into that right now. But like we said, we wanted to really just, you know, like this last week was crazy.
Yeah, we had to get some of that heavy shit off the chest first. You know, but we always want to be, you know, trying to lighten shit up too. So I mean, you know, we cover the things that are relevant and poignant at the time, but we also gotta, like, you know, because this is some common, some current event shit too now. Because ain't nobody talking about this. I ain't seen nobody talking about this till it got sent to me. This next thing we talking about,
all right?
And it's some crazy shit, and so the Sharkano, right?
What is it?
Yo, A Sharknado.
I went back and looked. I couldn't find the article.
All right,
I even Googled it, and if you Google Sharknado, it does not come up. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna send it to you right now, son. You bugging
now
out.
Explain it to me. Break it down.
All right, so look. Apparently, so you know they got the Sharknado movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean the Sharknado movie. My bad. Hold on, I had the article pulled up. My bad.
So Sharknado.
No,
I know what Sharknado is.
That's the movie.
Yeah, but you wrote Sharknado. You know, I'm gonna take your word as possible. I'm like, yo, what's Sharknado? That's new shit.
In a volcano, nigga.
Bro, it was even auto-corrected. And I'm like, what's Sharknado, bro?
Look, NASA images reveal Sharknado eruption where sharks live in active underwater volcano. So these motherfuckers is adapting underwater.
So wait, you say that NASA said that there's a shark volcano eruption in the ocean,
in the water, in the fucking water, bro.
This.
In the water, yes. NASA,
who's supposed to be reporting on outer space.
Look, you see Pacific Rim? You see Pacific Rim? Them niggas be coming from the bottom of the goddamn ocean.
That there's sharks and volcanoes in the ocean.
Look, NASA acting like we understand shit, but we don't understand shit. NASA be looking at all that, B. Because NASA got to look down because it's some shit that came from up there that they might have missed.
No, because you know the pressure, the isolation, the darkness, all that. I get all that. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. It's just I'm just saying that would be like crazy if NASA was like, yo, we just happen to find
deep game. Satellite images taken by NASA's Operational Land Imager 2 on Landsat 9 on May 14th now proved the eruption with volcanic plume from underwater visible on the ocean's surface. NASA said the volcano is known to have explosive eruptions caused by the interaction of magma and water. So this is some shit that's already been there. They've been watching these underwater volcanoes.
All right, well, why is it Sharknado though?
Because the sharks can withstand the pressure and the heat from the explosion. Yes. Like, so the whole thing is
sharks just want to eat.
These motherfuckers
they just want to eat. I don't
know. Listen, these sharks.
Hey, y'all, look up Sharknado.
Son,
I didn't find it crazy. Dave is breaking it down. Like I said, come over to the YouTube channel. We need to write it in. It's No Country Show YouTube on YouTube.
I put the link in there.
We got the whole shit going on, but
put the link in there.
Bro, I went back into what you sent me. I couldn't find it, so that's why I didn't see it. But that sounds crazy.
Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharknado.
They out the water.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, man.
New York last payphone.
New York.
Is that what you got next? What you got next?
No, New York's last payphone. Street.
That's not a big deal to me though.
It's not. I mean, it's not a big deal to really nobody, but it's just the era. It's like the last stand of something that, you know, because phone booths are like, you know, super like a thing in the past. But we grew up with that shit.
But I take pictures of every time I walk past a payphone. I take a picture of it. So I got mad pictures of payphones in my phone right now, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like. I promise you, I will bet money to anybody that I know where the last phone booth in Newark will be.
Oh, they not all gone?
Still there, and they've been there since I was a kid.
They not all gone?
Huh?
They not all gone?
They not what?
They not all gone?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't want to say where it is because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want nobody to go do nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's made of wood. It got a cushion, all that. Like I've been there. Been going there since I was a kid, since I was a baby, literally.
Go on, since you was a baby.
But my thing is like, that might be the last payphone in New York City.
Yeah, that's the new that was the significance. It's New York because they was everywhere and there was so many.
They wasn't using them shits anyway. They kept ripping them out. And
of course, yeah.
looking stupid and all messed up. Like even some of the one or two of the phones that I do have pictures of, some of them still kind of work.
Yeah.
In Jersey, I don't know. It like I said, they very few and far in between. But
I ain't used a fucking payphone in over a decade. The last couple times I tried to actually find one, like when I was on the road and I was ass out and I ain't had like no phone charger or nothing like that, I couldn't find it. So probably the $15 I would have lost trying to make a call, I just spent on the charger and kept it moving.
Bro, that's where we at now. That's where we at. That's where
we all got phones in our fucking pockets. Just, I mean, you know, it's just you know, something a little lighthearted because
no doubt.
You know, it's significant enough that somebody wrote a fucking article about it in like the New York Times.
No, I agree with you because also, like I said, like we already know there's been a decline in that type of communication, that type of even autonomy. Like imagine like if your phone dies,
right?
I mean, and there's a payphone right on the corner. Like, wouldn't that be like doubly convenient? And imagine if that payphone station had a charger station where you could pay what you would have paid for the phone call to charge your phone.
Well, you know, they too busy. They too busy pulling out shit like that so they can build cell towers and fiber optic networks and shit. So,
well, it's things that we could do. It's things we can't do. It's things they want us to have. We don't even have garbage cans on the street anymore. Like, that's crazy. So why do we not have garbage cans? Because they want us to throw garbage.
It depends on where you at, though. Like,
is it because you can't pay the garbage men to come and pick it up once a week?
It depends on where you at. I seen garbage cans like if you out in the kind of like downtown, kind of like high traffic city areas. They just don't have them like on the streets, like around in the neighborhoods that I guess we live in or whatever. But they also be on some like high fine shit. So if they catch you throwing garbage out somewhere where it's not supposed to be.
I remember it used to be garbage cans everywhere, bro. Every corner you could just throw some garbage in the damn garbage can. And remember they used to have that net kind of metal that they was made out of, the net metal garbage cans. It was like
I know what you're talking about, like the grand,
yeah, remember that? Like,
yeah,
bro, and they was just like, nah, like, all right, we don't want people to put shit in garbage cans and blow them up. We don't want people to, but now it's garbage all over the fucking ground everywhere. Because you don't want people to put bombs in the garbage
I don't know. I look, and there's no knock on Atlanta.
No, Atlanta's clean as hell. Comparably to
me. There's parts of Atlanta that's I haven't
Atlanta. Seen don't talk about the outside. We talk about
say Georgia.
Atlanta.
I just said Atlanta.
Atlanta's clean as fuck compared to where we from, bro.
I mean, compared to where we from, but it ain't like it ain't spots downtown. It's not.
Nah, I mean, you could say like maybe like stuff outside, but
well,
like,
it ain't
even gum on the ground like we had gum all over the sidewalk.
Of course. I mean, every time I go home, I see it. But consider, I came from somewhere living in Texas where like they will literally hit your ass with the wild fine,
right?
If you litter it out there. Like I didn't second guess myself throwing some shit out the window or on the street many a time.
Like, shouldn't I do that? Like, yo, no. Like and the thing is, look, but even when I was home, I was still neat. Like I'd be like, everybody throwing their guts on the floor at home, everybody taking their wrapper off, throwing it at home. That's what we do. I don't do that. I still throw my shit in the garbage, but I'm gonna move to somebody else's neighborhood. I'm gonna do the same thing. I ain't gonna start throwing my garbage on their floor when I wasn't throwing it on my floor, regardless of if everybody was doing it back where I was at home. You know what I'm saying?
I done came, you know what? I got used to coming home with like balled up like paper and napkins and shit.
You know we raw. Dot over here giggling, my nigga. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's real shit. It's real shit. I came home with fucking whole like cheeseburger wrappers in my pocket and shit because I'm trying to be conscious about it. So, so you know, I mean, you grow up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fuck your shit up, like you know.
Bro, we started a bunch of dope ass trends, but I promise you, we started the worst shit too. Going to the store in your pajamas, we started that shit.
What? Going to store your
pajamas?
Probably.
We started that shit.
Probably. If not us, at least the generation right before.
It. Pajamas and bonnet and all that shit, niggas with the flops and all that. Nah, we started that shit, bro. Cause
we the only motherfuckers. Look, we the only motherfuckers that got the pajamas as like a designer option. Like niggas got silk pajamas and shit with print on it. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you either, you know, you look like you was in a Looney Tunes cartoon or you slept ass naked. There was no in between.
Bruh, I got 2 videos this week where niggas is literally running down the street naked. So
see, I don't know.
We in a whole different world right now, bro.
Well, we've been there.
Shit don't work no more. Shit don't apply. So we gonna move it on. What else we got here? Let's catch up and see what's going on. What we looking like? Who popped up? Who's saying what? What's happening?
We got some folks in the Spidat. Everybody, Nice Lane, H Angela, Brick City.
Nice.
We got 4 people in the building right now. We appreciate it.
Well, we here. Look, everybody, come over to No Country Show on the YouTube. We got it running properly. We're gonna get we got
real proper like
talk about tonight. So if you ain't here,
real proper like,
get over to the No Country Show on YouTube.
Hold on, I'm about to hit you with the link. God damn it!
All right, the link is pinned, but it don't work, right? It still don't work. It's the new one.
Yeah, this the one I've been posting.
What?
I posted this one in the Instagram a while ago.
I don't know. You might need to send me a new link, bro.
Just
because this one people saying it ain't working.
Well, send the one I just sent you now.
I can't. Well, I saying I can't, but I don't know how.
Just highlight it and copy it.
Why don't you just put it in here, like in the comment section, like you did the first one?
I did that already. Everybody keeps saying that shit ain't it.
Well, if you did it already, that means that it's the same one, and that means that it ain't working.
That none of these things made sense that you just said. Hold on.
Okay, I don't know.
Maybe I'm sure. Just hold on.
So, we on. I exposed my little brewski.
I don't. What the fuck?
What we got going on next?
We got the list. We got the list. Oh,
we got shout out our people. Yo, Robert Hill.
We got the Willow trailer.
We know. Come over, just go look it up on the YouTube.
Hey, yo,
the link is not right. Pretty light skin. What's up?
Yo, are you on go in your hangouts?
Me?
Yes.
I just saw it over there in the hangouts.
All right. That's the one. I'm copying it straight from the live stream. That's where it's at. 5 people in here now. Somebody figuring this shit out.
Bam. Go ahead. You know what? We doing it like National Treasure. You gotta find us. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because if you do, you love us. That's it.
Okay, wait a minute. I got the chat up. Bang. Yeah.
I see. They see Brick City. We up in here. You already know. I see it rolling along, bro. We getting it rolling. It's happening. This is going down. Y'all ain't ready for us. Robert, right, you already know.
So we're gonna try to play this this Willow trailer up in the joint. So
let's do it.
Let's see.
I'm with it. I'm with the Willow. Oh, look. We got the transition. Looking crazy. Share.
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Nah. Don't worry about it. Let it rock. Let it rock. My man Warwick Davis, he looked right. He looked cool. I like that. I don't know. Is that Madmartigan's son?
They gotta be.
Yeah. It's looking crazy. Oh,
Got
that's
one.
yo, Warwick looked tough. I ain't even mad at him. I can't
That's my
stand
dude.
that.
That's little dude from Spider-Man, the one that played Flash.
Yeah. That's what I said. I can't stand his ass, but it is what it is.
Yeah, he a bitch nigga.
Look, they even got the girl from
Falcon the Winter Soldier.
yeah, Winter Soldier. Yeah, yep.
I'm fucking with it.
Nah, I like. Look, I did a reaction to it, and I just realized I leaned out of the camera. I forgot the camera's there. But check it out. I did a reaction to it, but I looked so tired that it wasn't cool. But check this out. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Warwick Davis looked right. He looked like he gonna get his, get it on. I'm willing to give it a shot. Like, I was a big Willow fan. I know that movie. That's one of the movies I know by heart. So
that's
on that one.
That's where my Val Kilmer thing popped up. Well, no, I'm
that's
not gonna.
And you realize now Val Kilmer coming up in a bunch of stuff.
That's not it. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. My Val Kilmer shit came from Real Genius. That was where
fire. I Real Genius. Val Kilmer on Real Genius was fire. Yes.
But that drove me to Willow. Because Willow, yo.
But you didn't fuck with Val Kilmer from Top Gun?
Nah, he was the bad guy. When I was a kid, I was all into the good guys and shit. He was kind of a dick. But at the end he redeemed himself. But nah, I ain't really fuck with Val Kilmer on some I'ma see his
Batman. When the nigga was Batman, we was both gassed when he was Batman.
Until we saw the movie.
First actual black Batman. Because he's a Native American.
Val Kilmer.
Madmartigan.
He was the shit.
He had some lips. He got lips.
I had the Madmartigan figure.
Madmartigan was the man, bro. Come on.
My man's in them.
Stop playing.
You know what I mean? Madmartigan. Yo, that was my shit. Willow was the shit. My mom took me to see Willow. That was one of them joints where, I used to go to New York with her. I skipped school and then we go to the movies after work and shit. And we went over there on 51st and saw that shit.
Right.
Willow was fire though, man. And I remember
Willow was some honestly magical shit.
Yeah. And I remember thinking damn, that was one of those joints that they never had a sequel to. But as I got older, I was like, I ain't really care. I don't be beat for sequels like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they be doing too much sometimes. But
all the time.
Disney Plus been knocking shit out the park, man. I ain't gonna front.
But you know why too? Because a lot of Disney shit was already their shit. Or even if it wasn't theirs, they already kind of look, all we gotta do, we can only mess this up two ways. You know what I'm saying?
They can make more ways to fuck it up.
Giving the people what they don't want or giving them too much of what they want.
Man, it's not making people happy, bro.
That's how they messed up the Lion King.
The Lion King was cheeks. The Lion King was
too much of what people wanted. It's like, yo, bro, it's too realistic. Give me some of this and give me some of that. No, and Jon Favreau is the dopest dude, one of the dopest people I ever thought of in my life. But how did you decide to choose to make the animals realistic in their face?
Because they was just doing that. That was the theme. They was doing that with all of the old classic movies. They was just making them into live action, but they couldn't do live action with the Lion King. I think where they got off was because they pulled off the Jungle Book, but the Jungle Book has a human element. There is no human element to Lion King, so now you just got to deal with all CGI. They do it they trying to. It's like if Sean tried to re-record Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? You can't redo some hot shit. You can't.
But look, man. No. I gotta push back on that because look,
I've seen that.
If you telling me that live action Lion King that they did, it could have looked good. It could have looked
fine. It looked fine. The look wasn't the problem. It was just booty. The look ain't look. They spent $200 million plus on that shit. It looked fine. It was just
bro. That did not look fine. What are you talking about? It looked like a documentary of lions walking around. That's not how the Lion King should look.
That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem in and of itself. If you do photorealistic ass fucking animals in a story where you got animals that could talk, it just don't work. It's stupid.
You're supposed to make their face move, bro.
You're supposed to make
them talking already. Why is their mouth moving in human words, but their eyes are not doing it?
They shouldn't have did it. There's no logic to what they did with that shit.
It is total logic. He explained it to us. He said he wanted it to look like a documentary. Well, why are their mouths talking then?
That's stupid. Why would you want a cartoon to look like a documentary?
Why would
you want Timon and Pumbaa? Why would you want Timon and Pumbaa look like they really look in real life? That's stupid. That's why the cartoon thing worked, because it's exaggerated, it's silly, it's whatever. It's just not to be done. They should have just left that shit alone.
I don't even want to talk about that Lion King no more. Like, the hair wasn't even red. I don't even want to talk about this shit no more.
Fuck that. Willow. We on Willow. Willow was the shit back in the day.
Talk about Willow.
1988, I believe. That was one of the last joints. Not one of the last, but it was on that Hobbit shit, but it had its own kind of inner universe. It had dope characters, and it was its own thing. It wasn't not like something that was a pre-existing IP. I mean, it was a book, but it wasn't something we was familiar with. You know what I'm saying? So
it leaned on its own thing.
Yeah,
had its own hero. Yeah. It wasn't like nothing. And like I gotta give one more quick shout out to Warwick Davis, because bro, whether you a little person or not, bro, you killed that shit. And fucking Willow was a fucking hero.
he Warwick Davis, man, that was our dude from. We didn't even know he played 3PO, and I mean, no, that was Kenny Baker. It was something else he did. He was one of the Ewoks. He was an Ewok.
He was the one with the stick.
It was Warwick. The main one, Warwick Ewok, something like that. He was a little brown,
Ewok was named Warwick. Was it? No.
That was the Ewok's name. That was the Ewok. I had the book, bro.
Well, then that's him, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Not just that, Leprechaun. All the Leprechauns. Yeah. He didn't even let nobody even step in to do a Leprechaun. He did all the Leprechauns plus Leprechaun in the Hood. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. He's an actor. He's ill. Peter Dinklage, you that nigga. But Warwick Davis is that nigga.
Warwick Davis.
Just saying.
That's my man.
Just saying. I ain't trying to set off no. Yeah. I ain't trying to set it up. I'm just saying. We already had this. We already had people who do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do it. Right?
Yeah, man.
Somebody else tell me something about Warwick Davis that ain't true. Tell me Warwick Davis wasn't that dude.
He's 6'5".
Warwick Davis?
Never mind. Moving on. My God.
Oh, when I said to tell me, I'm about to say like, oh, okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting that from you bastard.
Keep up. Come on, cleaner. Come on.
I was talking to the audience, bro. So where we at?
We at the piece de resistance.
Already?
Oh,
I thought we had something else. Yeah,
we did. No, I know what we had. I know what else we had. We had to shout out the graduates, all the graduating class of 2022. Everybody out there, it's graduation season, it's prom season, all that. It's 8th grade graduation, all that. College graduations. Everybody that done pushed through this slow motion pandemic, slow motion apocalypse, and made one of their dreams happen. Salute to you. That is including and especially my son Keon. We watched him graduate yesterday.
Nephew,
my oldest son, he got to graduate. He was one of the first ones in the pandemic shit, but this was the first time we was like, fully ceremonial and whatnot. And we got to be all in there with family. We shouted my man out. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in the little arena, but like just to everybody who hit that pinnacle, but especially and including him, man. Salute, man. Like that's a beautiful accomplishment.
Salute to you, my nephew. I love you. All the kids out there right now graduating, y'all still babies, but y'all moving into that adult arena. I bless y'all and I wish y'all the best, man. It's the best feeling. Mine gonna be there soon. I know so many people going into it, and y'all just keep doing y'all motherfucking thing. Yeah, and man. I'm gonna just give you this one little bit of advice. Get a fucking job.
Get a job. Get a job.
That's all I'm saying. But we love y'all to death, you know what I'm saying? Because we all got to work, but we love y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it. Congratulations again. Class of 2022. Holla at your boy. Yes, sir. So
yeah, man. All right, so
we got going on.
So we gonna lead into that thing now. The thing we all been waiting
to get into our shit.
Movie time Lizon. They try to toll us.
All right. Check this out. And this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. This is what we're gonna preface. This is the meat of the show tonight, right? We really want y'all to come and really, as we sit and chill and kick it with y'all, and just go over to the No Country Show page over on YouTube. Just join up, follow, so we can start going from there and give y'all this type of, quality and graphics, especially as we still gonna get better. So come from here on the YouTube, come from wherever you following us. Come over here and we doing this tonight. So while we talk and interact with y'all tonight, we had a nice little topic that we felt like could be real natural and we could just go on and on about for a little while. And it's very simple, even though it does have implications for societal norms and all that type of stuff. Y'all know how we do. We got to keep it no country, right? So tonight, we want to talk about what actual timeline in movies, in a couple of TV shows, are we living in? And just for those who don't understand what I'm really talking about, maybe you need a little bit more clarity, a little bit more explanation. I got the movies and titles right here. For me, my personal self, I got them on the wall so I can put them the right way. But we're going to talk metaphorically, what are we all going through right now together? As y'all can see, I'm in my house. I got my socks on, and we're going to go through this the way it is. So, and let me see. Let me make sure. Oh, let me move this over here. And everybody else over here on the YouTube channel, y'all getting sock free. So let's work it out. And Dave, should we start with the OG number one?
I mean, so I put them. We put them in the order of basically what was on the list, and we just gonna kind of break it down how these movies in some way, shape, or form depicted something we either went through, are going through, or is inevitable with these, these movie themes and what they were talking about.
Well, our final determination is on where we are now, right?
Well, I mean, ultimately, we're gonna get to where we are now, but some of these are where we going, I think.
Yeah. I'm with you, but but the whole point is we want to get to where we at now.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we gonna definitely bypass that for sure. All right. So, I mean, because even if I don't know, let's get it. Let's get it in. So the first one on the list is 1980.
We're gonna start with the first one, 1984.
1980 Fiddle. So
it's already up on the wall. It go on the wall. It's supposed to be on the wall. I think 1984 is constantly relevant. So
yeah,
1984 is kind of a baseline kind of thing, period.
Yeah,
So
people reference it all the time.
I think that as we start to filter and break these down, it's not where we could go, but also what is applicable to right now. And I'll say definitely 1984 is applicable.
So yeah, right. 1984, I think, is probably the closest depiction to what we've been going through for probably the past decade, as far as like the surveillance and the kind of like assimilation with social media, things like that. There's a lot more to 1984 that's relevant, but I would say personally that's very close to what we've been experiencing for a while. But it's for sure something that feeds into our everyday existence right now.
Right. 1984 is up there. If you got any suggestions, if you feel like we're living in the timeline, write it on over here in the comments. Right here. But we going through this right now. And like I said, we doing this so we can keep doing something right now. Let me move this up a little bit. You know, my socks is nice and clean. But we're doing this right now so that y'all can get your butts over to the YouTube channel over here. Come me here. Come to the YouTube channel here. Let's keep going. Okay, 1984. You got a suggestion that you think would go after 1984 or something else?
So
we got a kind of a natural list going on.
Yeah, I'm just going with what you listed. I mean, I can't think that quick in the moment. THX, that's the next one. Now I didn't see THX, but you could speak more to what that one is really.
All right, and I'm gonna put and THX don't go up on the top like 1984. It don't go up there. It's like the first movie, especially being that, and actually the whole title is 1138, THX 1138. And it's just really about this dude who lives in this very sterile society. And then at the end, him and some girl decide to climb up out of the motherfucking subway that they grew up in out into the real world. It's about the world being so sterile and plain and simple. It's one of George Lucas's, I think it's his actual first film. It was dope. I think, who's that? William Hurt, right?
Excellent question. I don't know.
It's right there on the title. I think it was William Hurt. But either way, it was dope. And if you get a chance to find it, because it's not really easy to find, but if you do find THX 1138, check that out. It was like, it'll show you how to make a cheap, futuristic robot program clone movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it was dope. Like, for real, bro. Like, and it's crazy. I didn't find out till I was older. So, but I will put that, because it's so obscure, I'm gonna put it over here to the side somewhere. Like everybody don't know about that. So I'm gonna put that over here to the side.
Yeah, but the overall theme, I'm sure, was kind of like the authoritarianism of what goes into making a society that people are kind of in control of, and that sort of thing. And I think that speaks to part of what was relevant about 1984, I think, in the timeline. So I think that's why I was kind of high up there. So yeah, let's go on.
But like I said, I would definitely recommend THX to, I mean, I'm pretty sure mad filmmakers have to watch it, but I would definitely recommend THX to anybody, because I found it enjoyable, especially whether it was as a filmmaker, whether it was just as a watcher. Like, I like that type of stuff. So if you get a chance to check that out, check that out.
It's one of those movies I mean to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, no, I'm just recommending to anybody, like, do it. Like, now that's George Lucas, and we know when you talk about George Lucas on some end of the spectrum, you got to talk about Spielberg too, right? So we saying we was not in we're not in the THX time frame. Actually, because you know what? This is another thing that I don't know if I made 100% clear. THX was the Matrix. In its own way, because this guy was living in this society. It was built up to be a matrix. It didn't have the.
Well, we did look. We did have the kind of
the
branch out.
matrix.
Look, we did kind of have the branch out thing, right? So we can get away with that. I think you can put THX in that category with the Matrix, but with the list that we had and the order that we were going, we kind of ventured off into the other branch of this, which would kind of be at the same time chronologically, if we really talk about reality, and that's the alien introduction. That's things where, you know, they're already here. They're trying to say it's not what it is, but we see it. And
But
that
I think
brings us.
we have no aliens but alien technology. So
But
anything with
that's what I'm
aliens,
saying.
anything with actual alien acknowledgement, I think goes on a lower tier.
But that's, I mean, we I'm just talking about how the list was already compiled, and like we you know, was trying to, you know, so I was trying to go into the next thing and then, you know, bring it back around, because I could bring it back around. I could bring it around town. Just gotta give me a chance.
All right, so look, 84 THX, which was actually, like I said, a lot of people didn't see it. It was actually like the first Matrix, except it wasn't about computers. It was like actual human beings living in a Matrix, and then the dude broke out the Matrix at the end of it. Yeah, THX was fire. ET.
ET, yeah. So ET is the portion of the topic we was talking about aliens, and we kind of said that it branched out because it started kind of at the beginning of not just our list but our lives, and it was something that, along with the stuff like the Matrix and THX, was being kind of denied, and like we came into the realization of it, not at the same time, but you know, it was always existent, you know, together. So with ET, that one was something that explored, you know, just the existence of aliens and how we would really respond to it if that was something that was in our reality at that time. You know, I mean, as much as it was heartwarming and you know, a childhood classic for a lot of us, there was a lot of dark shit, especially when you kind of got into the point of, you know, they found them at Elliot's house and they came and did the experiments, and you know, that's exactly how it would be in real time, even when you're talking about the authoritarian kind of regime in something like 84 THX. If something like ET came in, they would react in that way, if not worse. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that kind of keeps it in the same realm. Then you could kind of trigger that into Men in Black, or put it in the same.
So now I think ET is a direct correlation to Men in Black, personally.
Right. And now Men in Black is my personal cornerstone for where this conversation starts, because 20 some odd years ago, this whole discussion
Men in Black
began because the premise behind Men in Black was something that we not only had already kind of had conspiracy theories about, but was confirmed by the revelation of, like, that was when we first found out about like the NRA and certain aspects of like that Area 51 shit that they had denied for all those years, but then things that came out basically pointed to it being true. So Men in Black, while it was a comedy and it was exploring certain aspects of like just kind of a cool concept, we used to talk about it and be like, yo, people aren't that imaginative. And Hollywood producers and directors had this kind of access to regular to you know, government officials, people that work.
Well, that's why it travels from ET to Men in Black.
Men in Black, exactly. And the Men in Black thing
already. I heard.
Right, exactly. Men in Black was like, it was a joke, but it was like confirming, yeah, it's shit out there that we know, we acknowledge, and we keep it from you so heavy that we got the flashy thing that makes it so you don't fucking remember nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where the alien thing kind of works in. And then the next one we have on the list is They Live, which correlates almost at the same time.
You know what? I think They Live should come because it's like that's when we find out the Men in Black exist.
Right, exactly.
So they live.
Exactly. They live.
After you find out Men in Black is around, they live.
Yep.
Pop. Okay, cool. Okay. I feel like we're getting somewhere now. Let's go.
Yeah, they live. Yeah, that was that shit, man. They Live was such a crazy movie because on one hand,
I'm gonna pop you niggas. Stop with the titles.
What?
Let's go. I love the graphics. That's what I'm saying. I love the.
Yeah, man. That's what we doing, B.
I know it's just fire. Like
it's a real show, nigga.
Cause check this out. You don't understand. Like this is where I'm at with it. Like I feel like a lot of people we gotta explain even what They Live is. Like I got that shirt. That's Roddy Piper starring in the movie with Keith David, where they discover that aliens are watching us, and it is the dopest. One of the most raw movies you ever gonna see about the subversion of socioeconomic, political.
Let me tell you why They Live is crazy. The aliens ain't watching us. They already took the fuck over. In They Live, we are getting exposed to what's already been incorporated in our everyday life. These aliens is fucking newscasters. We fucking these aliens and we don't even know. Like that's how.
Maybe I should move They Live up.
Nah, I think it's in the appropriate place because, like you said, if
it's traveling the line.
Yeah, I think it's more parallel than above or below where we at right now, because They Live is literally, like you said, you got the MIB shit, and They Live is like, okay, because remember the biggest quotient of MIB is the flashy thing. So they actively making you forget shit. They Live is when niggas find the glasses that tell you what you don't see after they flashy thing you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
All right.
So that's appropriate. That shit's appropriate.
All right. All right. So look, I feel like we can only go really one other place after that.
But wait, you got it. Look, you actually put the shit in line. Let's follow your line, nigga.
I am. That's why I said it's only one place to go after that.
Because it's the place. That's next. Terminator.
Matrix is after that.
Okay, Matrix, Terminator. Matrix is okay.
Yeah, like I think like we flip them up because it's like the Matrix could be after Terminator, but Terminator could happen after the Matrix.
No, you're right. The Terminator does happen after the Matrix. Because
I feel like Terminator happened first. Because they said we blacked out the
took it to the Matrix, nigga. You wrote it down.
When we was fighting the robots, we blacked the Earth out because they was using solar power. And then that's what made them start dumbly using us as batteries. So the Matrix has to come after the Terminator.
I mean, whatever, man. I know. Look, whatever.
But you're right. But you're right in the sense that in this timeline, the Terminator comes after the Matrix in this time. You're right.
Terminator come after the Matrix now.
Yeah, in this timeline, you're right.
Right. So Terminator is basically the introduction of the concept that one day AI is going to take over society and fuck us all off. Right?
But that's after the robots already use us for everything.
Wait, the thing about the Matrix is, the thing about the Terminator is it introduces the prospect that we fight back, which is introduced in the Matrix. Yeah, the whole premise of the Terminator
is more rudimentary in the Terminator.
The whole premise of the Terminator is that the machines sent some shit back to stop us from becoming cognizant of what the machines were doing. The Matrix
wasn't as sophisticated.
But the Matrix is the explanation of that mission. The Matrix is when motherfuckers realize, yo, we being eaten by these machines. They are. By the time the Matrix come around, the Terminator timeline has already defeated humanity.
You know what? And the only reason I can say that is because you know what? The thing that the Terminator timeline has over them is that the Terminator timeline can time travel.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
Matrix timeline does
Exactly.
not. Okay.
The whole premise of the Terminator.
I'm just going on with it because we can stay on this forever, man. Come on.
We can. That's why I'm trying to keep it rolling.
Right, so I'll put. It's the first time I ever put Terminator after Matrix, but it makes sense.
But it makes sense, man. And then, but here's the problem. Hold up. So somewhere in this fucked up flux in between those, and this is because you haven't seen that yet. It might even be before the Terminator, but it's still in the same timeline as Westworld.
No, listen. Well, I'm gonna tell you why. You got to be right on that one point, because if they already have time travel here, that negates all this here. So
it don't negate it. It just circumvents it.
And makes Terminator got a power here.
Either way,
what we doing the time travel? That's that.
Either way, to the larger point, the Terminator and the Matrix were very prescient, omnipotent thing that was telling us, Westworld is important, right? Because Westworld is about the point in time where technology has advanced so far that we can't even tell real people from real people from fucking robots. So that plays into
wait, hold up. Go ahead. Yeah. Westworld would go what, under Matrix?
It would be kind of in the same kind of timeline, I think.
I think so too.
Because Westworld, it's the Matrix without being in the Matrix. Westworld is them making the AI and the machines being so cognizant.
Right.
I mean, really, if you want to get fucked up, and I'm already a little blitzed, but if you really want to be fucked up about it, the Westworld kind of comes before Terminator. But it kind of comes before Terminator, but that's a different conversation. It is. Just move on. Let's just move on. Don't let me.
I know where you're going, because
you know what I'm saying.
Shit is fucked up.
You know what I'm saying though.
That's why it's not here. Look,
you know what I'm saying though. So look, we got kind of through the robots and the AI taking over and the cognizant shit and the control of humankind. So what you got next on the list makes sense, but it might be out of order also. So the next thing on the list is Mad Max.
No,
that's true. What's on your list.
Mad Max should be
it's a little later. Okay, so I'm just telling you.
The next thing I had on the list was RoboCop.
Damn. God damn you. So, all right, let me see. Okay. All right, we go get that right.
I think RoboCop either goes above They Live or above MIB. I think it goes above They Live.
RoboCop is probably, I'd say, in the same kind of time frame as They Live, and it's I don't know because RoboCop is a lot like the time we're in now, but
it's top tier. It's
also ahead of us enough that it's kind of like in the beginning stages of Westworld.
All right, so look, that's why so everything in the top line right here we're gonna talk about at the end. So let's just put RoboCop is so relevant it goes in the top tier. Like this is the bracket that we're gonna talk about at the end.
I'm sorry, I can't even help making this comparison. The meme with Charlie from It's Always Sunny and the red thread and the fucking like the insane like mystery board that nigga's that's the energy that's here right now.
You gotta get that up so we can just throw that up. We gotta do it. All right, we got all these left right here. Let's do it.
Hold up.
Right,
so
RoboCop up here with 1984, and RoboCop is the ones that's part of our whole baseline right now. Right now, RoboCop in 1984 is baseline, period. And then under that, we got the breakdowns. What else we got? Here, I think this one, Idiocracy, bro. Idiocracy.
Idiocracy is a lot down the line, bro. Like that's later.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy is later. Because we see in the beginning stages of Idiocracy now. Like the very
like Idiocracy goes here.
I mean, in what realm? Like
yeah, actually right here, because it's really like not, it's not really relevant, like you said, it's not really good per se. And it's so I would put Idiocracy next to THX for me.
Part of it, because I mean, see, that's part of the issue with kind of making some kind of definitive list like this. It's because so many of these stories take place in different timelines. So parts of certain movies are going to be more appropriate in certain areas of the timeline, and parts of them are going to be way later because some of them either deal with time travel or because like realize Idiocracy is telling you about what happens in modern times, and then it takes you 500 years in the future, like 500 years. So, you know, by the time you are even really talking about where Idiocracy would be, it's so like they've bred out smart people
in humanity. I'll put Idiocracy before THX then. Like I'll put Idiocracy here and THX here then. Because Idiocracy will lead to THX. It would. Because dumb shit, eventually when you get smart again, it's going to be extra smart and non-feeling. And but I mean, it could be like this person from THX 1138, he could have escaped and created an Idiocracy because he escaped and he didn't know nothing. He just escaped and was just like a person standing in the sun. Like, yeah.
Upgraded.
You don't even know how to feed yourself.
Upgraded. All I gotta say is upgraded.
You know what? I'm gonna put
two D's for a double dose of this pimping.
I'm gonna put Idiocracy back after THX. I'm gonna put that because if THX, when he came up, if he got free, he didn't know nothing. He didn't know how to feed himself. He didn't know anything, nothing at all. He was a vagrant.
Listen,
vagabond. He was bad. He was in a bad situation. He was like a fallout person with no neighborhood. But I'm gonna leave that where it is. All right, let's go somewhere else.
All right. So look, the next thing after the
you already said this one.
What?
Westworld.
We said that. I know. The next thing after that.
Where does it go?
It goes between Terminator and Matrix. Same timeline. Let's go. Come on. Move on. I'm going with the list you made. So the next thing after Westworld.
Is it before the Matrix happened or after the Matrix happened?
Before.
All right, cool. So it's this, they live, then Westworld happened, then the Matrix happened. Okay. So that means, in my mind, that means we won, they live.
Yep.
And then we got these motherfucking robots back under control, and then they still whooped our asses at the end.
Listen, always. They always whoop our ass.
Okay.
That's where.
Right, I'm just making sure we on that page. All right.
So look. Okay, so the next thing you got on here is The Purge.
Yeah, but you know that all that's not in order, bro.
You listen. Right. These are things you gotta specify.
It's The Purge over here. Where it go?
So The Purge is that point in time where, I mean, it's almost To me, it's post Matrix and Terminator, because the Purge is the people who are left kind of in the real world and know
The
what's going
Matrix,
on.
after the Matrix means you gotta have a neighborhood. The Purge needs a neighborhood. It needs a community. Ain't no way you're gonna do that. The Purge needs a community. It needs a whole societal structure. So this has to be somewhere where there is societal structure.
All right.
In my opinion.
Okay.
So I may be able to put the Purge between Westworld and the Matrix. Maybe. But I would put it more in between They Live and Westworld for me.
All right.
I don't know, man. The Purge, like letting people, because people got to learn the truth first before the Purge happened. So that definitely have to happen after the Westworld. I mean, after They Live. And then once Westworld is happening, people is pretty much snapped. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the Purge right here. I'm gonna put the Purge right here. I'm gonna put it right here.
Okay.
Next.
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, we got Leftovers.
Leftovers. Let's go. Leftovers.
I mean, it's your shit. You already know what they on. I don't really know that
Leftovers
well.
is the shit. Leftovers is the shit. Leftovers. I see people talking about HBO Max. Leftovers is definitely in there. So Leftovers is it could be considered a post-apocalyptic show, but it's about basically what happens after whatever apocalypse event. You could say it's the thing in Terminator 2 where Judgment Day comes. You can say it's the nuclear bomb, whatever. But in this show in particular, people just disappear. Just move, just like if it's us right now, one of us would just vanish off screen and nothing else would happen. Everything would just be gone, and you sitting there trying to make sense of what happened, and you trying to exist after this thing happened.
I already know where to put this in my opinion.
That kind of brought us. That was why it was in the same kind of realm as The Purge, same kind of realm as Mad Max, because those are very investigative of what is going on in the world after the thing happens, after whatever it is happens. So
okay. So after everybody know things is messed up.
Yeah.
So Leftovers comes later. We got. I'm trying to go down the line. Oh, Outbreak.
So that was kind of part of the viral shit. I mean, we didn't get that far on the list because I was just going we didn't have a lot of time. So I was just going off of the sequence we had. Outbreak. I don't know, man. Outbreak might even go more. I don't know in the midst of Outbreak and Contagion also existed in spaces where society was.
You don't think Outbreak is top tier?
But we're not talking about whether they're good or not. We just talking about where the time.
No. I'm not talking about the goodness. I'm talking about look. We making this time.
Oh yeah, we could have put that up top tier. Yeah.
Right. We
could have put both of those
timeline. That's in the A-list tier we living through, right?
Well, we could do that. Because we living through that shit right now. That shit is happening right now.
That's why some stuff we living through, some stuff we gonna get to, but right now we talking about Outbreak. I put Contagion, 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys is to me, I say that's like the same thing as Outbreak and Contagion, except a little further down the chain, because 12 Monkeys is, expressly motherfuckers letting this shit go, and it involves time travel. So 12 Monkeys is down the line and in the point before the virus breaks out at the same time.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? 12 Monkeys is taking place in different timelines. So, 12 Monkeys takes place before COVID and then 30 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? To where they done flipped it on society on some different shit because of it. But Outbreak and Contagion would fit in
Contagion right here.
Huh?
It's Contagion. I know you can't see it, but this is
Yeah,
Contagion.
but I've been saying like those would fit in the top part of in the earlier timeline of 12 Monkeys. Because people are trying to tell motherfuckers, yo.
Yeah, they before 12 Monkeys. I got them before 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. So, but realize again, 12 Monkeys is at that point where we going through both at the same time.
Planet of the Apes gotta come after 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, not just because of the fucking same similar ass names, not just because of the chronology of it, but
it just came to me too. It just came to me too.
All I gotta say is
came to me too.
Monkeypox, nigga. What is that?
And don't be making no ape sounds neither. Ops. Monkey bars.
Monkey bars, bitch. Nah, but yeah, Monkey.
Boom.
Planet of the Apes is definitely in the space because at least with the reboot trilogy, they kind of went on the same thing as 12 Monkeys, but then they show you the aftermath of as humanity is being phased out as the dominant species. So it's all fucked up different levels of post-apocalypse because we could take a piece of everything we've listed so far and say we either lived through it or it's happening now. That's the craziest shit.
So look, what as far as what we're doing right now, what are the people saying? What are you seeing? You see anything? What are y'all saying? What's good? Are we right? Are we fucking with y'all?
Agreeing. It's people that's kind of like just kind of riding along with us because we trying to figure it out as we go along. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all don't know. We got more shit here that's going movies y'all ain't ready for. Like, stop playing with us. Like, we got movies. So what are people saying right now? That's all I'm saying. Like, shit.
I mean,
we gotta sort these out.
I mean, yeah.
We didn't even get to the worst and the bad.
I mean, we only got so many left on the list.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This one is not gonna certain stuff that's not gonna pop because we didn't get that. All right, look, let me start with this one. Platform.
I haven't seen that. That's at the bottom of the list you put up. So you got to explain that.
All right. It's just about this nigga in the jail. He's in the jail where they send a table with all the food, all the drink, everything. They send it down through 300 levels. And they send it level by level. So if you're on the top level, you get to eat whatever you want and do whatever you want. And then as it goes down, so imagine what that shit looked like by the time that elevator gets down.
Oh, we talking about that. Level. That's like the same shit as Snowpiercer.
And they randomize the people that you with and what level you on every couple of days. So it's like it's a good allegory and a great analogy of society. It was a good one. I don't know. I know a lot of people know Platform is fire as fuck. So
yeah, it's the same thing to me. I put that one in the same thing as Snowpiercer, which comes a little further down the timeline.
Yeah.
It's still the same kind of thing where there's this hierarchy, and Snowpiercer is even more, dictated because it's all in the space of a train. So Snowpiercer is about when we've thrown some shit into the atmosphere, fucked up the climate here beyond repair, and people have come to believe that their best chance of survival is being on this train. But the way the train breaks down is societally, the closer you are to the front, the better off you are in life. So if you in the front, you rich, you whatever, you eating regular cool shit, you having fun. If you in the back, you working and putting the coal in the train, and you eating fucking baby soap as fucking sustenance. So, you know, the platform is kind of just like, it's like, you know, I remember how they had the Die Hard because it was Die Hard in the building, and then they was like Die Hard on the boat. That's kind of what that seems like a little bit to me. So I put Snowpiercer and a platform maybe in the same bracket, and all of that still kind of comes before complete societal collapse, which is where you're talking about like the end of the list, which is the Mad Maxes and the Walking Deads.
Check it out. Look, I'm listening to you. I'm putting it together, and I'm like, oh, this is where we going. Like, right? Like, we like some stuff is in between, some stuff is on top, some stuff is more serious. Like, so look, this is what I'm coming up with. Like, boom, like, and that's the only two I got left. Like, Mad Max I already put up. And actually, all right, let's take it back.
But look, so look, if we gotta make if we gotta make containers for shit, right? So what we're talking about on our shit is certain levels of what's happened versus what's coming. And if we got Mad Max on the list, then Mad Max and Elysium, those are the in 2012. Mad Max and Elysium are the absolute societal collapse. This is what happens.
I didn't bring up Elysium yet. You brought that up.
I know.
It's here.
I know.
At the end, like and we didn't even bring up Mad Max. We didn't bring up none of this stuff. We got.
No, we only have 2 movies left.
Like
we only got too many movies left.
All 3 joints.
We jumped around on the shit. So I'm just trying to do what we can. We got left. The last movie really that would even be relevant to the discussion is 2012, and that's
no. Look. Let's go from 12 Monkeys, where we was, right? 12 Monkeys, right? 12 Monkeys to Planet of the Apes. Yes? No? How do you feel about that? From 12 Monkeys to Planet of the Apes.
We discussed that already.
It's the same type of virus. It's the same.
Yeah, we discussed that. Like, that's kind of in the same. It's in the same realm.
It's a depopulation thing with the humans and animals is coming more up.
Outbreak, Contagion, then 12 Monkeys, then Planet of the Apes. Next.
All right, so we in agreement. We're in agreement. Okay, so then after Planet of the Apes, at the top, this is top tier shit. Then I have Mad Max here.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. Okay, Mad Max, go.
But see, this is where I think that we gotta really start breaking down between Planet of the Apes and Mad Max.
Look at the fire Mad Max poster. Distract yourself. Look, it's fire. Look, ooh.
Ha! But that's the original Mad Max in 1976, man. That's 1976.
No, what's your point?
They was more raw than us. They not scared of shit. Look at this.
Exactly.
You look half everything,
that's
bro.
That's the image of societal collapse. Let's go. Now what?
Bro.
That nigga got on a fucking, he looked like a goddamn, look.
Bruh, before it was ever a video game Fallout, any of these video games, this shit was already, bruh, I'm with you. But we can't go off that. They didn't even know what it was gonna be. They didn't even know what Mad Max was.
What they did. They did. What was the main premise of Mad Max? Them niggas was looking for gas and water. Where we at right now?
All right. Let me
try
to keep myself on camera because I keep looking over here at the screen, but I'm gonna try to keep on camera. Look. I just want to get this. So once we get this laid out, then we can debate it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm letting you know, we had about an hour and a half.
Nah, this is what we said we was gonna do it.
Okay, all right. Let you know.
This is what we said. This is what we said. This is what we said the show was about tonight.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
So, and we didn't even get to this and a couple other things. So look, we left off on Planet of the Apes, which leads us into Mad Max, which is crazy because now we saying like Mad Max basically happens after Planet of the Apes, after we wipe them back out again and we get our shit back together, right?
Have you seen Mad Max?
Huh?
Have you seen Mad Max?
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I'm with it.
There's nothing left.
Like, I kill motherfuckers too. Like I'm
There's
with it.
nothing left.
So, boom, we there. Now, we got these two crazy ass anomalies right here. We got Walking Dead, which is a zombie thing, which could go anywhere in here because Max is going to survive. He's going to survive The Walking Dead. And then after that, we're going to get into all this other shit. Or it could go even before, it could go back here after Contagion. So where does The Walking Dead go?
I mean, The Walking Dead would logistically go after Contagion or in the same timeline.
Yeah, right? After everybody gets sick, right?
In the same timeline as like Planet of the Apes, just because if people are just releasing pandemics on niggas willy-nilly, then some of them go, just like right now, we got COVID and we got monkeypox. You got one thing that's going to turn niggas into zombies, the other thing is going to make motherfuckers into monkeys or some shit like that. I don't know. This is, my opinion.
I feel you because it's more meta. It's more meta. And that's why I feel like also, we talk about 2012, that's the only actual disaster film that we have. And,
that's why I said it's at the end.
And no.
I said it's at the end.
Hold up. This is one of the dumbest, most fun ass, stupid ass disaster films ever.
It wasn't fun. It was disturbing.
This how shit gonna just crumble up. Period.
I didn't think that shit was fun. It was disturbing because it showed
this shit is like Galactus eating you without talking about Galactus.
2012 put it out there to me that there are hierarchies of who the fuck's gonna get off. 2012 is why I don't fuck with niggas like Elon Musk and SpaceX, because while everybody wants to play devil's advocate with how he moving, they're doing the 2012 shit right in front of motherfuckers, and everybody act like it's some kind of.
But that's going to destroy the whole planet.
What are you talking about?
Like 2012 was about the destruction of the entire planet, bro.
Right, but part of 2012 was about the fact that when John Cusack and his family went to find help, there was a small enclave of motherfuckers that was allowed on them ships and in them bunkers that was going to save them, and they told everybody else to eat a dick. So, and I mean, technically, if you want to not put 2012 at the end, then Elysium comes at the end because Elysium is what happens when everybody from 2012 leaves and this nigga's left over.
Okay, so we didn't talk about Elysium.
I know.
Here's Elysium right here. Boom.
There's only so many things left on the list.
No. We only got a couple more. Look, Planet of the Apes, Mad Max.
But we already talked about those, so they're not left on the list.
Elysium, we didn't talk about Elysium yet.
I know, that's what I was just bringing up. So let's move on to that.
Now, this situation is us not even on our planet no more.
That's not true. That's what I'm saying. Elysium is niggas have already fucking the apocalypse shit has already happened. Whatever robots and shit have already taken over and fucked everything up.
Mm-hmm.
The planet is basically dead, and the people who are left on the planet to survive.
Left on the planet, meaning what? Other people are on it somewhere else?
Yeah, other people are on Elysium, the space station that's right above Earth.
Yeah.
That has the means to cure people and make motherfuckers live longer. So it ain't no AI, it ain't no nothing. It's the rich and the powerful removing themselves from the fucking shit that's going on Earth and just existing out there while everybody here is left to die.
All right. So I think that that would have to come after 2012.
Exactly.
All right, cool. And I think that Mad Max would have to come before both of them.
No, Mad Max would come after even Elysium, if you ask me. That's why I
Yeah,
said that.
like, yeah, if you're talking about like how it's like all that shit gonna be built up, but we talking about cycles of all this war and cycles of
right. And Mad Max is the penultimate, is the end of all of that.
That's what I said. Like in Mad Max, all they fighting over is water, bro.
That's all they're fighting over is what's left. You know what I'm saying? There's no society anymore. Right. I mean, even when you consider Fury Road,
after we do space travel and all that, we still gonna be Mad Max.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why that shit is fucked up like that.
Yo, Dot said he wanted to say something. What you gotta say?
Honorable mention. The Crazies.
What?
The Crazies.
I ain't see that.
Oh, you ain't see the Crazies?
The Crazies, what's that?
What do they do?
Oh, okay. Same thing, like a bio outbreak, you know what I mean? It's a dude, we just moved to the town or whatever, him and his little shorty. They move in and they go into a bio
outbreak. Yeah, that's when they start doing the zombie shit. Acting crazy. Yeah, but that's like, but that's the same metaphor. That's
like kind of in the like pre-Walking Dead phase, a little something.
Yeah.
Like after
none of that is outside of this. Yes, the Crazies was like some other shit. They tried to make the word for zombies Crazies, but it ain't stick. That's why that shit ain't pop. But yeah, so look, this is what I got. Check this out. The base timeline starts from 1984, RoboCop, Outbreak, 12 Monkeys, Planet of the Apes, 2012, Elysium, and then Mad Max. That's what the baseline look like. Walking Dead is up here in between Planet of the Apes when we going through the shit, but everything else is underneath. I like this line. I like the way this look.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like it.
Fucks with
it. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Look, it goes 84, RoboCop, Outbreak, and then the second line is the grandpas, THX, Idiocracy, Contagion, and then the third line is like this other whole contingent is E.T., MIB, They Live, Westworld, Matrix, Terminator, and then the fourth line is stuff that's like even more like kind of artsy, but more clear on the message. You got Platform, Purge, and The Leftovers. And then on the last line, we got something like fucking Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is on the last line. So that should tell y'all something. If you ain't never seen this, watch this shit.
Yo, that shit was crazy, bro.
It's gonna fuck up your life.
Oh man.
But
all in all,
all in
all, the whole shit was, the premise of this whole shit was like, you know, we kind of like dispose of entertainment as something that's a little like frivolous and not really like real, but like these people understand these are people who have access to motherfuckers who have classified knowledge that they're not allowed to tell us. So a lot of these stories that we went through are things that somebody who's like, damn, that sounds like a movie. They talking to somebody from the Pentagon, or they talking to somebody from the fucking White House, right? And they can't talk to nobody on some real shit, but then they get to fucking make these things into like their own works of fiction. But when we parallel that shit with what's really going on, we like, yo, y'all niggas ain't really making that shit up, bro. Like that shit is like the Men in Black thing was our primary thing, right? Because it was an agency that was covert to all of us, but it existed the entire time we was alive. When they started talking about the NRA, not the NRA, Homeland Security and NSA, National Security Agency, right? They was like, yo, it's these niggas that's above the CIA, above the FBI, that they don't even.
The CIA was the Men in Black when I was growing up. That's what I thought.
Right. Exactly. We thought them niggas was MIB until the real MIB stood up. Because in the early 2000s, late 99, we found out about the NSA. We found out about Rangers. That was like the step above Army. We found out about we found out about the NSA having higher rank than the Secret Service, and we didn't even know them niggas existed. So we talking about things that we, as a people, who we have voted on people who've implemented these things. We believe, some of us believe in this government that they think is transparent with us, but there's like they just now coming out and saying, oh yeah, UFOs is real. Who the fuck?
They're not saying UFOs is real. They're saying we've been investigating UFOs.
Whatever, nigga. You know what they're saying.
But that don't mean
you know what the subtext
so
of that
let's keep it in context. Like, oh my nigga, you've been looking around, but it ain't real. All right, let's keep it like let's not get ahead of ourselves.
God, look at my face.
Fact.
Look at the face.
Fact.
Come on, man.
Fact.
If we talking about real shit, we knew that shit
don't work
already there.
Ain't no such thing as common sense law, bro.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
yeah,
talking
but you
about
saying like, yo, you've been investigating for aliens for 50 years, but now you want to admit that you've been investigating aliens for 50 years, but you're not saying that there's no aliens, then you can't be like mad that they don't want to use their common sense, but they saying this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like
it ain't about
obviously
it's about niggas lying in your face and acting like you don't know no better. If you know anything about the depth and the breadth of how big the galaxy is and how it's millions of species of life, right? That we haven't discovered on this fucking planet right here. How the fuck you gonna tell me ain't nothing else out there? Y'all niggas can't decide whether Pluto is a real planet or not. How y'all gonna tell me we literally the only living beings in this entire universe? That's insane. So the whole thing about the Men in Black thing that we came up with was like when they started making jokes about it and making a movie about it, and then all of a sudden this same information all of a sudden becomes available, and all of a sudden we know about the NSA, we know about the contractors that the government use because they don't want to use the army and shit. Like they trying to slip this shit in like nobody, like they trying to make the conspiracy theorist people, right, from back in the day look like they was crazy.
The Fletchers?
Well, they proving them right.
The Jerry Fletchers?
You know
Exactly.
I just want to say one thing.
Oh, Dot over here.
Yeah.
Dot.
One thing. I just think it's wrong for the people that actually go and experience something like that. I think it's wrong to lie to them and limit their beliefs on a possibility because that could bust your brain, boy.
Feel me. Like how many people have had alien abduction stories? How many people have had experiences where they have said, yo, I in the physical finite world have experienced something outside of what you can explain and been told they was crazy. And now all of a sudden, these motherfuckers is letting out footage. Remember a few years ago, these niggas was letting out footage of what the Air Force and what NASA has seen of actual fucking UFOs. And they've been telling you crazy. Bro, we in our 40s. They've been telling us that shit was crazy from back in the fucking 70s and 80s. And the whole thing about Men in Black that fucked us up, remember the tabloid shit? The tabloid shit was slick as fuck. They was like, yo, tabloids. Remember the tabloid shit from Men in Black?
Oh, when they would say, yeah, the tabloids tell the truth, but people think it's such a lie that it don't work. Hell yeah. I used to think that.
And understand, they use them same tactics in regular media that don't got nothing to do with aliens. So when you consider the fact that these niggas is using the same tactics against us and thinking this shit not real, I mean, like the movie timeline shit is a fun way to bust it down. But the reality of it is we all been lied to and we always been lied to. And we got to rely on ourselves to get this information, even if you got to take parallels from shit that they've told you is make-believe, that they've told you is
they keep telling us this shit.
But then you come around like you can't even make this shit up no more, B. Like y'all niggas is real. The shark. That's where the Sharknado shit came up with whatever. Because as much as it was a joke on sci-fi, the Sharknado shit, right? Bad movies, sharks flying through Sharknados and doing all dumb shit. How you gonna come back?
Flying, they swirl around the Sharknado and bite off limbs.
But this
and
what I'm
still
saying.
Live.
But this what I'm saying. You remember how big a laughing stock that shit was? They made it seem like the worst, stupidest thing you could think of. And then a few years later, NASA comes out and be like, yo, not only does that shit kind of maybe make sense, but we'll one-up you. It's
nah, nigga. Fuck them. Check this out. I'm on the show when niggas come back to life. I'm on the show when niggas come back to life. Nigga, don't tell me if you want to make something up, just make it up. Right. Don't tell me like, oh, it's a science to sharks in lava coming out the water. No, I'm not listening to that, bro. It's not happening.
You don't gotta listen to it. It's real. The thing about the truth is, the thing about the truth is, it don't matter whether you believe it or not.
Everything they dealt with that temperature, that heat. The sharks did that.
The thing about reality is, it don't fucking matter whether you believe it or not. Somebody in the chat said facts. They've been lying to us. As long as you know that, as long as you know you can't trust nothing, they tell us, then we on the same page. We understand.
Bro, I know it take a couple thousand degrees to fry a fucking shark, and if you telling me this motherfucker lived through a volcanic eruption, came out of it, and was still alive and landed in the ocean and happened to bite somebody, I'm not believing it.
It don't matter.
All right.
That's how the truth works.
What the fuck we talking about it for then?
That's how the truth works.
That's
how reality works, nigga. You can be as disillusioned and disbelieved as you want. It's still gonna be true.
Coming out the volcano. No, hell no. Hell no. No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Hey,
it's people.
Stranger than fiction.
It's always
people that still don't believe we 3/5 of the
shark
more than 3/5 of the man.
A shower, motherfucking. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear that shit.
The truth hurts.
It does, my nigga. This shit's hurting my heart. It's hurting my heart right now. I'm hurt all over. Like, how can I even make myself believe this shit happened? Anyway. Next up, like I said, we got a nice little list right here. I like the way this looks. I don't know if everybody who's fucking with us tonight is seeing what we did tonight. We had the timeline going on. 1984,
people, bro.
To Outbreak, 12 Monkeys, Planet of the Apes, 2012, Elysium, Mad Max. We running. Where y'all think we living right now? And what timeline? And what period? Walking Dead, obviously, gotta stand. Walking Dead is up here.
This shit change every day. This shit change every day. I think we all just gotta really be in understanding that the normalcy we accepted is not that. This shit is fucking freestyling, bro. Reality is fucking coming up with this shit as it goes along. And as long as we can adjust and adapt, we gonna survive. If we keep if we keep thinking shit is what we think it is, we doomed, bro. We gotta.
I agree with you, because you know what? What they say is that the thing you need to learn is that you don't know anything.
You don't know nothing. The wise man knows he knows nothing.
However, like as you travel through life, there are certain things that you do have to take notice of. Like, you know, the sun come up every day, like there's certain things. So what they're saying is don't get ahead of yourself. Now, my thing is like, look, if we take the 84 timeline, right? Boom. That leads us to Mad Max. If we take the ET timeline, which is MIB, They Live, Westworld, Matrix, Terminator, that still kind of ends up leading us to Mad Max. Period.
It all leads to Mad Max, nigga.
They really all do. So wherever we going, Snowpiercer don't get the Mad Max only because it's cold.
Look, I'm gonna get dark on you for a minute, right? The problem is we keep believing in this automatic default thing that's gonna make us wake the fuck up one day and be like, oh, let's fix all these problems. Reality is telling us that Mad Max and Snowpiercer and Elysium are inevitable because people fucking greed.
I don't know about
Look,
Elysium
people
because that
greed.
we would have to be smart enough
Greed.
to get to that point.
Bruh, people's greed,
I'm gonna
people's
push Snowpiercer.
insensitivity, people's inability to be sympathetic and empathic to other people's experience. That's why we here now. How long they've been telling us the fucking ozone layer and the environment been fucked up since we was little kids, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's been getting
right or wrong. It's a yes or no question. They've been telling us.
Yeah.
They've been telling us that shit since we've been alive. What have they done since? They made shit worse. They keep making shit exponentially worse. We
all do, bro. Like
we could know all of this shit till we blue in the face, but until the motherfuckers that stand to gain from it don't want to keep making like
that's never going to happen.
Exactly.
I don't even know what niggas be talking about. Like, do we expect niggas to be nice all of a sudden? That's never going to happen.
It's not. That's my point. You keep making you think there's a way to map it into somebody making sense of this shit, and it's not. I try not to say the end goal of my shit because I always get called, oh, you going too dark, you just that. But I see what it is. We don't even have the capacity to be compassionate enough to see these things in movies, and we all grew up with most of the shit on this list, bro. And the same motherfuckers who grew up on this shit are the ones running these tech companies that's putting the Skynets.
You was about to kind of go where I was going.
So, you know, it's what it is, man.
No, but that's where I was going. Like, when we hear people that don't care about talking about stuff in an emotional or political way, when they talking about stuff in a business way or a logistic way, we got to understand that's how most of the people who run shit are. It's like, it don't matter how you feel, how it affects you. They're going to talk from like, well, what does it do for me? And how does this shit work? And that's how most of the world works.
That's it.
I would love to be the greatest person in the world to have enough money to take care of everybody. However, the people that do have the money, nigga, they got $150 billion. That nigga ain't thinking about that shit at all.
Look, you can't have capitalism and be an altruistic person at the same time. You can't be the kind of person that only wants to amass wealth and influence and power and want to help people at the same time. Those things don't mix. The way capitalism works is you get all that you can obtain by making it so others can't get that. So that's human nature in a bubble. So unfortunately,
no, hold up. Because capitalism is about getting money, but what you do with the money after you get the money
ain't got shit to do with capitalism. Nothing. It's all about getting more.
So there you go. So capitalism don't have nothing. Capitalism is all about you acquiring the money. A capitalist can get money and who knows? Maybe they donate the shit. But what I'm saying is that capitalism is not all. It's about making the money. You don't gotta.
But there's only so much money.
You can't keep money and make money.
There's only so much money. There's only so much money. There's only so many people, and there's only so many ways to get it. And if you are a capitalist, you are trying to monopolize every way.
You gotta share the money because if people know you only holding the money, they not getting money with you. They not messing with you.
But that's how it's been this whole time.
No, business mess with people who get them bread.
No, they don't. They mess with them to take their bread and put them out of business. That's how capitalism works. That's why you got Amazon. If Amazon worked the way you thought, then other retail companies wouldn't be going out of business. If Google worked the way you thought, there would still be AOL, still be a Yahoo that's popping, There was like the whole goal of capitalism is to be the market leader above all and make sure everybody else
make
not
your money. Yes, make your money. Yes. So how are you applying that to what I said?
Don't know. Doesn't matter. Movie list. You got it. Is it finalized?
Well, what I'm saying is that capitalism is about making money. Even if
That's
you
it.
want to make your money later.
That's
I
it.
gotta be friends with this motherfucker right now so I can make that money later.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
take that money
capitalism
from you.
Capitalism is about capitalizing on
Opportunities.
what you
And
have.
if opportunities are available to everybody, you can't get the most capital.
Now. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, capitalism, it shows its face every day. We see companies that make money go out of business every day because a minority rule decides that they're not making enough money. So capitalism is built specifically to keep motherfuckers rich who are rich and poor who are poor and widen the gap. That's why during this worst part of human history, they've gotten even richer and we've gotten poorer. So that's just what it is. And that's why Mad Max is inevitable. That's why Westworld and Elysium is inevitable, because all those things about the rich just taking care of themselves and going further and further into the exploration of whatever it is they want, and the rest of us poor motherfuckers being left to die and fend for ourselves. That's just what it is. That's why the world is what it is now. Period. It goes back to the school shootings. It goes back to the school shootings. It goes back to school shootings. If capitalism wasn't involved, if the gun lobbyists didn't run the Senate, if the gun lobbyists didn't have so much money in the government, then we could make a situation.
Just capitalism, bro.
All right.
And well, look, only reason I'm jumping in right now is because I was like, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna go on. I didn't want to.
Let's finalize movie list because that's
gonna go back. Like, bro, I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say.
All right.
It's more than it's not. Capitalism is about money, right? It's not about just money. There's a lot of other shit that's going on in the world right now. That's not just about money, because the niggas that we could say like this, they're dead. These niggas is getting shot and killed, and shit is happening. They're dying. It's not about just making money, because if that was the case, people would be making money and people would be losing money and nobody would be mad about shit because they're not losing no money. But it's something, it's different forces that's out here that's working against what it is, whether it's capitalism, Marxism, communism, socialism, democracy, republicanism, whatever it is. Like, we keep talking about this stuff and these names and these titles, but bro, like, all these things are the same shit. And it's how we interpret it, but you my nigga. I'm fucking with you and I'm fucking with whatever you fucking with. That's it. If it hurts you, I'm hurting it. That's it.
But that's only us. That's the whole point. Capitalists don't think like that.
That's not something else.
Think if it's hurting my money,
bro, it bleeds into everything. Me. I don't care how much I know about all the stuff I just explained to you. If it bothers you, I'm getting involved.
Everybody don't think like that. That's not how capitalism works at all. That's the whole point.
I'm not just talking about capitalism. I thought I was off that, but okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I said what I gotta say, and I feel like we should just finalize the movie list. We've been on for a couple hours. Let's put a bow on it. You know what I'm saying? What's the movie list? Run it down.
I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, it's like people don't really know. I don't think that people really know about parties. You know what I'm saying? What is socialist? What is a communist? What is a Republican? What is a Democrat?
But that's thrown around. That's thrown around by people who know what it means to influence other people to other shit, and that's a whole different conversation.
My nigga, I'm talking to you. I ain't never thrown that at nobody. I'm just talking to you. I ain't throwing it to nobody. I'm talking to you. This is the first time I ever said some shit like that in my life. I'm not throwing that around to nobody. I'm really just like, be like, yo, bro, like, do you know what your party is? Like, well, what is your philosophy? What is
our party is poor people, dog. I'm typing it right now. If you don't make $500,000 a year in the current state of shit, you are a poor person. And they indoctrinate us to believe that that's not the case. The thing about capitalism and those types of systems, all of them, are that they rely on an ideology that the average person either doesn't subscribe to or don't even understand. We just trying to live. And it's motherfuckers that have active interest in keeping us all in the same darkness. And part of the whole thing with the movie Timeline is funny, it's lighthearted, but the reality of it is there are things that have been expressed and explained time and time again in popular culture and in more intellectual culture that because of our indoctrination, because of our conditioning, we don't get to understand because we're looking at this shit from a perspective that ain't even ours. Like we support and big up billionaires, right? Them niggas don't have no human interest in us except for what would be written off on their taxes. You can't be there's a finite amount of resources. There's a finite amount of things. You can't be a capitalist. You can't be a billionaire. You can't be a fucking oligarch and think about what somebody else is getting. As a matter of fact, you have to implement things in society to make it so people can't get as much money as you, so you can get all the residual money that other niggas ain't getting. So the philosophy is there for motherfuckers to just. So wrap up the movie list.
No. I was talking.
Wrap up the movie.
Like if you telling me I'm in a race, you telling me I'm in a race. I'm in a race, but make sure like I keep everybody close enough to me to make it look like a race, or run at a speed. No, when we in competition, we're in competition. Being in a go ahead, bro. You got it. So when we in a competitive society, not even capitalist, but when we competing against each other, yo, I'm trying to do better than you. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're doing the best crime. I don't care if you're doing the best good works. I don't care what you're doing the best. I'm trying to exceed what you're doing.
You have to accept that lie to think that that's the case. That's all it is.
Nigga, how the fuck do you think that I even do shit? Like, I'm like, yo, looking at people like, yo, that's the illest good person that I know. I want to be as good as
but
better.
You're not in power. We're not talking about how you think. We're talking about people who have 30 billion times more than you have in society. Think. It's not about you. That's it. Like that's just it.
Those are the people I'm talking about. It's not about us. What I'm saying is the people that still can do, people that still put themselves out where it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like we talking about like 9, 10, 12 billion people on the planet. If we just take 900 people, there's 900 people on the planet, 1,000 people on the planet. That's like they just want to do good shit. That's it.
That's a small ass amount of people. You know,
that's still fine.
Like 9 million people on this, it's not billion people on this planet. And the ones who got the most power are the smallest number with the most money.
Fuck them. Fuck them. They're gonna have the power. And I'm not yelling at you, my brother. They're gonna have the money. They're gonna have the power. Because they're gonna do fuck shit that a good person is not gonna do. They're gonna do a bunch of shit that we're not willing to do.
And that don't affect us.
That much money.
That doesn't affect our lives. That's not super important to us. Like I'm just trying to wrap up what we was on and just move on, bro. Like I am.
All right. To wrap that up, I'll say this. it's like this. If you saw some dude snatch a girl off the street, if you stopped him, would that affect your life? Because that's just something that was just happening off to the side.
Of course it would, man. Yeah, I don't even know.
So shit is happening all the time. Like, yes, stuff is happening all the time. Are you gonna be Batman or whatever the case is? If you notice it, if you get to see it, yes, we can do something about it. But certain shit we can't do shit about, certain things we can do things about. Certain things happen way more often than other things. Like everything is not the same thing. But so my thing is that, bro, we gotta have our own shit, our own power, our own, because when we put it on other people to be like whatever it is not, it's not right. It's not the same way. It's not ours.
I'm just throwing up the list up here. Give me a second. Almost got it.
And we actually, I think we finished our nice little list. So the show was actually supposed to have been a little bit done a little while ago, but we're going to keep going because y'all already know No Country. We get into this shit and y'all getting that real shit from me and Dave. So let's go. And honestly, like, I don't think we have a disagreement on what we're saying. I think
yes, we do. Don't do that. And we do. Don't cop out. We got that. That's what it is.
All right, he won it. They want the smoke.
Ain't want shit. Like, that's what it is.
I want violence. I wake up. I want violence.
Whatever, nigga.
What you got? What's going on? What did I say that was all wrong?
You can't even find the fucking thing. God damn.
But we definitely want to thank everybody for jumping into No Country Show, dealing with us, fucking with us. Anybody came over from the YouTube channel, from the Instagram channel, anybody that's dealing with us from whatever we're doing, we really, 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 really appreciate it. We're going to keep building it up. As you can see, my brother, my sister-in-law, me, we all got it like to the situation where we can just pop this off. So we want to thank y'all for letting us, do this and fucking with us and doing the whole shit, but we're going to keep it going. What up, bro? What you got?
I'm just trying to find, I can't even find the window right now. Hold on.
Did you find it? What you looking for?
I'm trying to find it. I can't even find my way back to the fucking thing right now. I'm old man in it right now. Just give me a second.
Bro, we old as hell. No country. That's it. That's our answer for shit, for everything. No country.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
We got on here 17 minutes late on y'all, but we gonna get our shit together. What time is it? 8? Is that 8:37?
It's been 2 hours, nigga.
Oh, we've been fucking with y'all. Y'all already know we love y'all to death. Big bro. Hey, what's up? We got something else?
I got it.
You got something else? We got more for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I thought
we don't got no more. Don't you lie. Don't you fucking lie. We don't got no more.
I thought this was the crux of the show.
I don't have nothing else. I put the rest of the movies up. Y'all niggas can make the list all you want. I don't know. We don't have nothing else. That was the end of the docket. That was it. It went way longer than it should have on that one topic.
So, I had a good time. Like on some real shit, everybody, I had a good time. My brothers is here.
I'm glad people stayed around as long as they did.
Yo, I'm pretty sure we got some people over here and we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna pop this off. Like it is what it is. We're gonna do clips for our Instagrams. We're gonna do clips for other stuff, but this is where we're gonna be from now on, y'all. That's why my Instagram, his Instagram, maybe he was on it for a second, but we here from now on. So
Hey,
your ass
come back
over here.
Come back.
Here. Sit.
Come back.
Sit down. Sit down. So, this how we do it. So y'all already know. We love y'all.
Man, yo, I would have came out there, but I was fucked up early. So
it's all good, bro.
It wouldn't be responsible.
We ain't even talk about,
it wouldn't be responsible for me to drive in the condition.
Wait. What was that shit called when we was little? Non-compass mentis?
That's not when we was little, nigga. That's just like a term.
I'm just saying, but remember when we heard that shit at first, we was like, oh, okay, yeah. I was non-compass mentis for my birthday, where y'all left me after, you know.
That's not different from that's not a different from every other day as you think.
And I was on the internet that same night.
That's your fault.
Non-compass mentis.
Look, don't bring that bullshit up to me, because I was trying to put the stop sign up on niggas. So motherfuckers don't want to listen to me. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for hitting that like button.
Yeah, nigga, what?
Get us some bread. I need to quit my job. I mean, not yet. Eventually, I need that. I need this to kind of like let's get them likes and subscribes in, man. We hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. You know, this is fun as usual. We
always, bro.
You know, we're gonna take it to the rest of our Saturday nights. But we hope y'all enjoyed yourselves, man. You know, and take the movies that we took, man. Make your own list. You know what I'm saying? Add on. Send it to the No Country Show YouTube. Send it to the No Country Show IG. You know what I'm saying? And we'll probably never have this conversation again publicly, but you know,
but we always gonna say, we always gonna reference back to it though. We gonna reference back and say, yo, we're living in this timeline now. So if y'all ever need to know what the hell we talking about, come to this video. Stop playing.
It might not help, but just do it.
It's going to totally help, bro.
I mean, you know, reference.
This is going to happen. This is it. This is it, my nigga. Like, only thing we missing, honestly, is Three Stooges.
No, I don't. What?
Nah, he said Waterworld before. No, Three Stooges, because motherfuckers is universally fucking stupid.
Waterworld comes later.
Like, come on, you know Three Stooges are real life. Like, come on. How many times something fell on somebody's head? How many times you smacked your brother? How many times your brother done fell on the steps? Like, I'm not explaining the joke kills the joke. Anyway, let's go, bro. What we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
All right, man. Yo, that sounds like this sounds like a better jumping off place than any. No Country. One more again. Peace out. We love everybody that came through.
For sure.
Thanks for rolling with us through the growing pains and shit. We'll be back next week with more shit.
No Country with JD and Dave, 6 o'clock on Instagram, YouTube. We moving over to YouTube. Do not go to Instagram to look for us no more. We trying to move it over. And also make sure you like, subscribe, do all of this stuff.
North Carolina No Country Show on YouTube, on IG. Let's go. Holla back.
Fuck with us.
Let's go.
With us. We love y'all. Y'all be good. 1.